This is not another stream. This is the moment we show up. Real talk, real truth, real people, ready to ride. No filter, no fluff, just raw conversation that hits where it matters. Welcome to the revolution of you become you live. Let's do it live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it! Did you love it?
Yeah.
Or did you hate it?
I like it. It's very upbeat.
Okay, good. So I've never met Sundry before, and Brooke and Ryan are going to join us soon.
Okay.
And it's just really interesting because I told you maybe, 5 seconds ago, that I told you that I was really excited about meeting you for the first time. Bring him in. Bring him in, Brooke.
He's being taken away.
Okay.
So I can be...
Well, it's called Cousin Talk, so you should really introduce him to Sundry.
I don't know how toddlers work. So that's not
Okay.
how toddlers work.
So, Sundry, you're going to witness some things that are amazing and hurt my feelings. So, you are excited to be here. I don't think she's really excited to be here. She talks to me every day. And she'll say things like, I don't know how toddlers work. So, this is my little girl, Brookie.
Hi.
And Brooke,
Hi.
Sundry, and we are waiting for Ryan to come on, and he is late. Do you want to get him?
Hold on.
So he's 2, Sundry,
Oh.
and he's probably not wanting to be away from his mom right now. So yeah, so let's give her that grace. And she's all glammed up.
I know.
So both of you guys are so beautiful. Like it is like you guys look alike. I mean, honestly, but so Brooke, do you want to bring Ace in?
He's getting his diaper changed right now.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys are 20 years difference in age. And there's my guy.
20 years? Is that what you said?
Hi, hello, guys. I'm so sorry. It was not letting me in.
Oh,
Apologies.
okay. So basically, the new star is late.
I was having network issues.
Okay. So none of us have ever really met. So this is Brooke and I have, but this is your family, Sundry. And Ryan, what questions do you have for Sundry and Brooke? Just talk.
I hear somebody is going off to Africa for their studies, and I'm very, very interested in hearing that. I think that's, a lot of people don't really go international, and I'm also going international and going to a completely different space for studies and for new experiences. So I'd like to hear kind of about the program that you're going through and what you're going to be doing there.
Yeah, so I was planning on going, at the end of June, because that's when they only have one chaperone flight option, because I was planning on going to Tanzania for a medical internship, but it's next week, so it's not really going to work. But they opened up a new date at the end of August, so I'm going to see if I can do that and get all my paperwork and everything ready for that. So it's kind of still in the air, but I'm hoping that it'll work out.
So you're wanting to go into medicine of sorts?
Yes, I do.
What sort of sector of medicine are you in?
I'm really interested in pediatrics. I've always kind of been. I'm also interested in neuroscience. I don't know if I want to be a neurosurgeon because I know how much, schooling that is, but I am interested in the brain and stuff like that.
Oh, baby. Hello. So cute. No, that's so...
Ask him a question, Ryan.
What's his name?
His name is Ace. Oh,
Ace.
sorry. I'm gonna mute myself. This is one of the reasons why I don't want parents on with their children, because we tend to talk over them, and it's really a platform for you guys.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna mute myself. You talk to Brooke and Sundry.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm in charge of everything here. But no, I think that's so cool. And so what made you like look into the program at first?
Yeah, so I wanted to do an internship over the summer regardless because I wanted some experience, mainly because I want to make sure that when I go to college and major in this is something I want to do. And going and being able to go into another country and actively help, like hands-on and be there in person, I thought that would be a great experience for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
God. So how old is he there?
Cute.
I know he's so cute.
Brooke, you don't have to say anything. Just keep him in the shot, right? So Ryan, Brooke gave me that "you're such a jerk" look when you said, "Well, I guess I'm going to be hosting." So did I interpret that right, Brooke?
No.
I did not.
No.
So you don't think I'm a jerk right now?
I mean, I think you have to produce the show. You can't leave it to us.
That's
You're
what
the host.
Yeah. So that's
Be
the
hosting.
open conversation that I really want. Is Brooke should say, "Oh, you're a jerk. Why are you putting this on Ryan?" And Ryan, you can say, "Why are you putting this on me?" And we can all roll together. And the star of the show is really Ace right now. So we don't have to do any producing, really. He's doing it all for us. So
Oh my god.
go. He's being adorable. He just loved looking at himself. So Sundry, and Ryan and Brooke, what are the number one questions that you kind of came with today? Or none?
Well, I mean, I guess actually, funny enough, I don't think I came with any specific questions other than like, Sundry, I know we're close. How old are you again?
I'm 17.
17. So we're only a year apart.
Yeah.
So I guess like we're in the same exact phases in our lives. I feel like that's something like a really good talking point about, what we're going to be exploring for the next 2 years is potentially shaping our careers and like people that we meet, especially the next 2 years, those are most likely like the probability of those people staying with us for the next decade. It's interesting, and I just
you're going to Montreal, right?
I'm going to Montreal, not Africa, but I mean for 4 years, kind of escaping the climate right now of our country and like what we're going through. I wanted a break, and but McGill pulls in from over like 100 different countries. So within my first year there, I'll be meeting people from all over the world, and I guess finding new perspective. Yeah.
Good. So I think my question to you, Ryan, is what are your social issues? What do you want to like with the situation in America right now, right?
Oh, I mean, where do I start? Like existing? I guess. Well, finish your question first.
No, it really is.
I need a foundational question to give you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, a foundational question. So yes, he phrased that really well. I really think it is just a global social issue. So right now we're having immigration problems, we're having LGBTQ issues, we're having DEI issues, and your sister and I talked, and because you guys are biracial, right?
Yeah.
So where do you fit into that skew of how do I identify myself?
I wanted to go somewhere. I wanted to go to a city where there wasn't any sort of discrepancy against the LGBTQ community, and perhaps just being able to study in peace without any sort of kind of like restrictions or threat of, upon my education for whatever that may be when it comes to banning certain like literature or whatever, because I'm going into like an English international studies major. So what I hope to do is meet more people. And I feel as if my ability to meet more people with different perspectives going to a college in America will be, it's reduced because no one's really welcome to really be who they are. So how are you supposed to express and connect with people in like a valid, fluid way?
Because originally you were going to go to
Yeah, so I'm such a hypocrite.
Denison.
So I was, for context, everybody, and sorry to just be talking about me. I originally was going to go to the school, like this 2,500 population of students in a liberal arts school in Ohio, Central Ohio. And I visited and I really liked the school, but I had gotten into like the school after May 1st, and I'm like, I can't do it. I mean, everywhere I walked, just white people everywhere. I didn't see really any diverse student populations like anywhere. It was very much I needed something different, and McGill I think was going to offer that to me. So it was just kind of like a sign like from the universe that I needed to change
Your direction.
my direction for
Yeah.
sure.
So that all of you guys have that struggle. I mean, look at you guys.
Mhm.
So Brooke, how do you identify yourself? Are you a Black woman? Are you a Spanish? Like, how do you?
How do I identify?
Yeah, like what when because all of you guys, every single one of you guys look like cousins, right? Cousin talk. But how do you identify? Because your grandmother's Spanish, right? Your grandpa's Black.
Mhm.
Where do you find the intersection?
I was having this thought today with it being Juneteenth, actually, and it's still something I feel like I struggle with because I feel like I hadn't thought about it too much growing up, but I feel like now it's a thing because people want to put you in a box
In a
and want
category.
to identify you, especially like from 2020 and on. I feel like it wasn't really talked about as much before, and now it's like I identify as, multiracial,
Multiracial.
all the things, but I feel like when people look at me, they don't see a Black woman. So I feel like I kind of like keep it to myself because I don't want to like have this debate because I feel like I get questioned, like my Blackness is questioned since they don't
Yeah.
believe it. So I just kind of.
And I feel that so much my
Yeah.
entire life. I mean, obviously, I'm not Black presenting. I'm mixed for sure, and I'm just kind of like I have a bunch of different kind of like ethnic makeups, but I definitely feel like I wrote my college application on that. Just not being able to be fit in one group, and yet you're still judged for not being in one group because you span across many. But I get that it's hard to just exist.
So when I was growing up, I remember because I had this big afro, and I grew up in the south side of Chicago, and the neighborhood was all Black. It was a great area, by the way. It was beautiful. It was all Black doctors and attorneys and dentists, like just. It was a really great neighborhood, but my school, the school, when I went to school with them, they would say, "You're not Black, you're white," and I was always told I'm Black, and I struggled because I didn't fit into either category. I mean, by visually. And then there's this lack of acceptance. So you're not accepted from your Black community, but you're not accepted. You're definitely not a white guy because you have this big afro. So where do you fit? And the only person that actually explained it right for me was Mariah Carey. I mean, she actually said it in her book. So
She's a diva. I love her. I love
so
her.
you do? So in her book, she said that her mom actually told her, because her mom is white, that who are they going to believe, you or me? So her mom, in a house Mariah Carey bought for her, called the police on her, right? And then her mom says, when I call the police, who do you think they're going to believe, you or me?
Like
And
me
they
on the spot.
they actually handcuffed Mariah Carey in the heyday of her career, put her in the back seat of a police car, and escorted her out from a home that she purchased for her mother. And they believed her mom.
When did this happen?
Brooke, did you read the book?
I've never heard of, like, was that in her, like, that was in a book?
Yeah.
Or okay.
It is in her. So Mariah Carey, very interestingly, was, her life is not good. It's really tragic. Like at 11 years old, she was like pimped out.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. She didn't. I don't think she got into the act, but her brothers and sisters actually negotiated her for their drug habits.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a deep book, Ryan. I mean, and I love the audiobook because it's in her words. And then as she talks about her words, she positions it to the songs that she actually wrote that had to do with that time in her life. So it's deep. I mean, I'm Audibles, I'll share it with you. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I'll figure out if I can share it with you. You should listen to it because it's just deep. And to understand that woman carried this. And then when you hear her talk about her songs that she wrote when she was 8 years old, 11 years old, and she connects it in her own voice to why that song was created, you just want to tear up. And when she talks, are you about to cry?
No, oh my God, no. Well, no.
Or were you just like
a little bit?
Fuck up, Bill.
I'm fine.
Okay. But it's deep. It's really, really deep. And Brooke, have you listened to it?
Just like, I think bits and pieces of it.
So you have the audiobook.
No, I think I've only heard the pieces and parts when you were listening to it in the car, and I happened to be in the car with you.
Wait, so I just want to segue off. Brooke, where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Okay. So are we all related somehow? I'm confused.
Brooke is my daughter.
Okay. I knew that.
And then CJ is he's never met your dad. Okay. So CJ is Sundry's daughter, and then you are Bill's daughter. And
wait, what?
I'm Bill's son.
Son
Bill.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm his daughter. I'm CJ's daughter.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. All right.
And you and her dad and his dad
Our cousins.
Our cousins, and
Yes.
they grew up together. Well, for a little bit, they grew up together. I just wanted to get the lay of the land because
Well,
you know how it can get.
You need
it
to
gets
draw us
little
a tree.
Exactly. That would have been nice, actually.
Yeah, that's what you should have come prepared with, is a
Yeah.
family style.
who, me or him?
You're the
You.
host.
Ooh, getting called out.
All the time. All the time. You know what, Brian? First,
Hey,
I want to tell you this. So I was intentional with my text message to you this morning
okay.
because this little girl right here said, well, I guess I have to go since you included me.
Wait, how many times have you been on his podcast?
She's never
I've
come.
popped on one time, but
Oh, okay,
I'm
yeah.
a stay-at-home mom, so I can't just be like, "Hey, kid, get out of my face! I need to do this podcast." So I can't just, do
And
all
what's-
the things I want to do.
Being a
What's
mother,
interesting to
brother.
me is that all of you guys have schedules. So I had to rework my life for these 10-year-olds. So all of you guys are 10 years old to me. So that's just it. And then Brooke will say, this is why parents don't go on with their children. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. And CJ would say, Bill, you're sitting at home watching paint dry. So I get it from all aspects of this screen. And you guys all have like really strict cutoffs.
Yeah.
Hard out.
Hard out, yes. Your dad texted me this morning, Sundry, and then you texted me. You and I have more of a direct communication line, and then Brooke told me, period. Yeah, I'm popping on. Don't. I guess I have to be there.
Yeah. Wait, so what made you move out to LA?
Who, me?
No, Brooke.
No. So I lived in LA all my life.
Oh, okay. I forget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
So you
I-
grew
I-
up in LA.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I was there from 12 until 40.
Oh, so you made the move to Florida.
Yeah. What person? What person would want to live in Florida?
I live
When you
I-
live in LA.
About what urged you to
Yeah.
business. So it was job opportunities, and
Okay.
it's one of those things that I feel like I struggle with Brooke and Amanda because I have abandonment issues for me. And I struggle with my move here because my love language is money. And Brooke's love language and Stacy's love language is service. And so I moved because I had a different opportunity that I thought was going to work out better for me.
Mhm.
And I didn't understand that I was doing to Brooke what I had been struggling with all my life.
Okay. Hmm.
Does it make sense?
I mean, from an outside perspective, I don't know, but I was just curious, like, because we do talk about. I mean, location is everything, and you're such a cultural person, and
I'm a cultural person.
well, you have a podcast, Cousin Talk. You have to have some sort of culture and like awareness to have a
Yeah.
podcast and talk with different people about a myriad of different things. So just, I was just curious what, Florida is Florida. I mean, yeah.
What do you think about Florida? Go ahead.
I
What do
mean,
you honestly think?
on paper, I mean, who would want to go there for a vacay? I don't know, like, if personally, if me living there full time, I don't know if I would thrive. But
Yeah.
I mean, would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I don't.
no, I'm
It's
sorry.
just me and the dog, so I just walk my dogs, and
And you're and have sun, and you're not cold like I am in Chicago for most of the year. But yeah,
so
I'm just
and
curious.
and this is why I struggle, Ryan.
Where's everyone located? You said you're in Chicago.
Yeah, so I'm in Chicago.
And where are you, Sundry?
I'm in Lancaster, California.
Oh, you're like
Yeah.
down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So remember, because remember when I talked to you, Brooke, I said I wanted to meet her dad in Santa Clarita.
oh yeah. I said, yeah. That's as far
Yeah.
as
So we
I
need to
go.
figure it all out and how I'm gonna do it and
Okay.
anyway.
I see it, you know. Okay.
So Sundry and you are in Los Angeles. So what do
Okay.
you two think about what's going on in Los Angeles right now?
Oh yeah. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, a lot. There's a little, yeah.
I mean, are like the riot, like not riots, but like the military sort of action with protesters, or are they near kind of your areas, or
I think more so in LA, but for me, no.
okay.
It's
There was
really
a-
just isolated to downtown. It's not taking over the entire city the way the news is portraying it to be. It's really just downtown LA, which is
A very small segment.
a very small part of the city that not a lot of people even really go to, honestly.
So how close was it to where Amanda used to live? Like
Oh.
Joey's.
Like really probably pretty close, probably like, 2 or 3 miles from there. Yeah.
And so, Sundry, do you feel any pressure?
For what?
Just the vibe, the immigration vibe, because you guys can be all Hispanic too. Facing.
Yeah.
So are you feeling anything like the pressure or security or like Brooke, I know that you said you didn't notice anything at all.
I mean, I didn't feel like I would be targeted in any way, but I also just feel like I don't know why I feel like that. I just don't feel like, and I also feel like it's just happening in like very specific parts of the city that I don't go to, but I know a lot of friends of mine that are impacted by this and their families. So I don't know. I don't feel like personally like affected by it, but the people I am friends with, I see how this is like affecting their daily lives. But where I am, and just me not really going anywhere, it's not as
So you were doing at 2:00 in the morning, they were doing circles around your street.
Mm-hmm. Not today. It's just stupid people.
Well, yeah, they were
Not
they were
like
doing
ice
drag
or,
races,
like-
right?
Yeah.
So culturally, you don't feel as if there is an element where you're specifically at that could be more targeted.
I feel like I live in the valley, so I feel like it's not really happening over here. Like I said, it's happening in like very specific parts of the city that it's not really happening over here.
Okay, all right, Sundry.
Yeah, I agree. I really don't feel. I mean, I obviously it's very scary. It's very heartbreaking to see what's happening. But personally, I don't feel the pressure from that because, like, going back to what you were saying before of like where you belong and identify, that part of me, because I am Hispanic, that part of me has never really felt welcomed in that community. So I've taken kind of myself out of that. So I don't really feel that like in danger. But I do have friends that have told me about it and voiced how scary it is, having family members that are directly being targeted, taken away. And yeah, it is very scary.
So you said you never felt welcome in the Hispanic community?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, okay, on my mom's side is where I'm, get my Hispanic roots. My grandma never taught my mom Spanish due to shame.
Right.
She
Yeah.
didn't. And so my mom grew up, never learning it. And then I, in turn, never learned Spanish. And so, as a conversation starter, when I'm with my friends that are Hispanic and they ask me, do you speak Spanish? And I say no, it's kind of like, oh, well, you don't speak Spanish, so you're not this and you're not that. And sometimes they feel that I don't look Hispanic enough, or, I don't have the traditions down, things like that.
People I feel like, especially in LA, get offended if they think that
Yeah.
you should speak Spanish and you don't, and they're offended that you don't. Like, how dare you?
Or if your accent's like a little bit off, they get really like mean about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I remember growing up, people would speak Spanish to me, and I would get offended that they were speaking Spanish to me because I was more proud of my Black roots. And I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, or if it's because all of us are mixed. I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, no one is 100% anything. But it's the history of the Black community that says if you have one drop of Black blood in you, then you're considered a Black person in America. And Mariah Carey, again, said it, in America, I would be considered Black. But when she goes to other countries, she's considered multiracial. And it's because of the one Black blood rule that was put on us at a very early age, or a very early stage in the American history. So that's why I'm really pro Black history, because there are so many segments in our culture that are great and we're never taught it. So if we go and do the DNA, right, all of us, everyone on the screen would have like 10% this and 5% this and 10% that. But when I was raised, when your father and I were raised, we were just considered Black people.
Right.
The Scots are just considered Black. And there was no question on that in any way, shape, or form. So I struggle and actually get mad when people diminish their Black heritage.
In what context?
I just think this is an opinion, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's strictly an opinion that the Black man and Black woman have pushed everything forward in the 60s. You have to recognize that the civil rights is only as old as I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something that was created by the Black man, and they fought for it. And then every other race kind of stood on the shoulders of them, but they never give them the credit. So I remember one day a friend of mine had biracial children, Black and Asian, and they would always say that I'm Black and Asian. But when they went to school for the first time, they said I'm Asian and Black. So when the first day of school, they were saluted for the Asian culture, and they were convinced that their Black culture was not as victorious.
That's significant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just always remembered that, and Brooke, the child was probably would be your age now, but you know, the fact that he came back home and he said, "I'm Asian and Black," when historically he'd always say, "I'm Black and Asian," was the perspective that our society puts on the Black man.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why we fight, because we've always been pushed down.
Right. Exactly.
We've always been pushed down. And so when people say, why do we need DEI, or why do we need BET, that's reverse racism, it's because they wouldn't let us on BET. They wouldn't let us on MTV. So Michael Jackson, the biggest artist in the world, they would not play his music on MTV. So he had to petition for it to get on MTV.
Yeah.
That's why we have BET. Culturally, I feel as opinions, Ryan. Culturally, I feel as if a Black person has contributed more in entertainment, in sports, in fashion, in
100% agree.
awareness, and other groups have piled onto them, right? And so now you have, you know, rap was created by Run DMC or the Sugar Hill Gang back in the 80s when your dad and I were kids. And everyone thought it was horrible, right? Now it's poetic.
Yeah.
Now other cultures are jumping in on that framework. And you guys don't know this, but, or maybe you do, but so many people have jumped onto that platform and stolen it, really, and then made great strides with it. You know, Janet Jackson and Britney Spears. I mean, what is the difference in the two? You know, it's really just culturally who they identify with. You know, Elvis Presley and Elvis Presley and
Can't think of it.
yeah, I can, because I mean I don't know any other artists.
No, but I see where you're coming from there.
Yeah, like his music was a bite off of the blues.
Yeah, and that's a huge. Actually, it's a really good point to bring up. Like historically, I know, like now, like, you know, in 2024, I think there's like this show and people went on. It was like this live TV show, and people were talking about how he kind of like stole from, you know, like actual soul, like kind of like from like the 30s on before. He kind of got that to his, he really rose to his fame, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. So he was not the first person to sing "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog." It was a blues woman.
Yeah.
I think they talk about that in the movie that they made.
Yeah.
And Brooke, Dreamgirls, I mean, with Beyonce, it was really told in that story. Yeah, about how they would be stripped of their rights and stripped of their content. So yeah, this is just all about why I'm like so like pride.
Right, and then that's
You
why
know?
we regain, right? This is us.
And
I also
the
think that you struggle a little bit, that it's a little bit more has to do with your generation and less
Yeah.
to do with, I mean, they're even a different generation than I am. So like our collective generations, it's just
Girl, he done already said that you were older than both of them.
okay, and I know that. That's fine. You're
Go
so
ahead. Okay.
Oh,
So
beautiful. Your makeup eats.
I know you're so
you.
pretty.
Yeah,
Thank
you are
you.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
So we are all related. That's
so her makeup eats. What does that mean in
her
layman terms?
her makeup is looks really good. She does her makeup really well.
You know
Like,
what that means. Oh my God.
No, I do know what it means. So, but she's also an LA girl. So
you can be an LA girl and not know how to do makeup.
Yeah. At makeup. Absolutely.
Like, especially in LA, I feel like you see a lot of bad makeup stories.
Yeah, you do.
People try to do too much. And hey, I don't know anything. I'm from the Midwest and I've never been to California before, but
You haven't?
I've never ventured to the West Coast other than like Washington, like in Seattle. Yeah, I've just never had the excuse to get to LA or anything.
why don't we make that happen, Ryan?
Yeah, now you do. Come on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
No,
I'm going to
you
go
don't.
there. I'm going to go there, and then we want to see Sundry. So why don't you just come out?
Yeah.
And then let's talk about the right dates, and I'll pay for your flight.
You're joking.
No.
No, let's go.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
No, that'd be fun. That's so cool.
You want to do it?
When I'm leaving in 2 months and working. I would love to, but
So you guys have it's up to Brooke, really. I mean, you guys have more of a calendar than I do. So it would be like she can't do June 28th, but she can do July 4th.
That's like tomorrow. But after the 28th, I'm free.
you're cracking me up. That's so I actually have a question. Did you guys go to public schools? You didn't. Interesting. You went private?
Yeah.
I went to a public high school.
You did. How was your experience at a private school in California?
I feel like high school is definitely way crazier than elementary because I go to a Catholic high school right now, and I went to a Christian high school in elementary school, and there was a lot of felt very left out. Let's just say that 8th grade it was pretty hard. But my Catholic school, it's very strict. There's a lot of bad kids, even though it's a private school, a lot of drugs and everything. So it really doesn't get rid of that. But yeah, good education. I feel like it's really good. I'm very privileged to be there.
So there's a lot of drugs in a Catholic school?
Yes.
Okay, is your guys' high school experience like Euphoria? Like, just let me know. That's my big question to you guys. Because when I watch Euphoria, I'm like, is this what the kids are doing? Is this what the high school experience is?
It's becoming that way for sure. I mean,
really?
Oh God. I mean, I feel like now, like Gen Z thinks we're adults. I don't think I'm an adult, like, but people think they're grown.
Yeah, fast to grow up.
Like generation, like how that split is. Like people think that they are truly independent from like their parents and their actions.
Living under the same roof?
What was that?
Living under the same roof, they think this?
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's like my opinion. Like, I mean, from
Yeah.
what I've seen from like my peers, like they could, they act on their own whims and they do what they want, like adverse to like like consequences from their parents. Maybe that's just privilege, but
Yeah, I think it is more.
it is privilege. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like generation, like our generation, just we're remiss to like parental control or any sort of respect.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, Sundry, I know that you have a hard cut. Are you good or are you not good?
Yeah, I just have to be like 2 o'clock.
Okay, all right. So what perspective are you coming from, Brooke, when you talk about Euphoria?
I feel like when I first watched it, I was like, oh my God, this younger generation clutching my pearls. But now as a mom, I'm like, oh my God, is this what my son's going to be doing? Oh my God. So I feel like when I was in high school, there was like hints of that, but it wasn't so prevalent. It still felt a little bit more wholesome than that. But now I feel like it's like off the rails. Also, because I graduated high school in 2009. So I think like all we had was like MySpace. We didn't even have social media, which makes me sound so fucking
Well, social media, that's it right there. That's the whole
I think that was like the crux of
MySpace.
everyone growing up even quicker than previous, like my time and before.
Right.
I remember Gabby.
Like, drinking was a big deal, let alone doing like, ooh, a Smirnoff, like, let alone a beer, let alone doing crazy drugs or like, doing all the stuff that they're doing on Euphoria.
So I got really upset when two times. First, it was MySpace, and Gabby, my assistant, came to me and said,
"Why are you bringing this up? Oh my God! Oh my God! Just let it go."
Okay, I'll let it go.
Well, I'm curious now.
I know, me too.
Well, I'll say it in a way that she will not kick me.
We'll say it fast. We have, you're a slow talker today. Come on.
Okay.
It's like
so.
Ball.
Yeah. So she developed. I didn't understand body issues, as a parent, and Brooke posted like a bikini shot on MySpace, and Gabby, my assistant, said, "Have you seen this?"
Took photos with my friends when we were in the pool. That's what you saw. That is what he's trying to say.
Yes.
Before you make it sound like I was posing with a bathing suit online.
So your dad is texting me, Sundry.
Oh my gosh.
That
I thought you were going to say my
called it. You are slow talking on this podcast. Cut it out.
I was gonna say, how does it show? Does it show who's watching or how many people are watching this? You are talking so slow. I'm glad someone agrees.
Well, that was Sundry's dad who just texted me that, and I was telling you that your dad gives me heat all the time, Sundry. So, and I'm just so excited to have him back in my life. But he's a jerk.
You're getting clocked. Just get over it.
What?
Let's go. We have much more to discuss. We only have 10 minutes.
Okay, Ryan, you can ask them.
Yeah, let Ryan talk. You put yourself on mute.
Oh my goodness. I love this ass. We are related. I just want to say that it's very nice to meet you guys. It's weird to say this, but I do see kind of myself when I look at you guys, for sure. Just like the hair, the face, the confidence. We have the same mannerisms, and although I don't know you guys, I would truly like to get to know you, follow you on Instagram, whatever it may be, because I feel like it's special, when you have such a big family you should
Mhm.
hold on to that because you never
Yeah.
know like the future holds. So I'm very appreciative for cousin Bill for bringing us all together and talking because we don't ever do that. And so I am appreciative, like a little minor like thought of the day, um, for you bringing us all together and meeting each other. So yeah, that's kind of what I have to say. But I would love in the next couple of years to go out to California. So um, now I have new connections, so
Yeah.
can work that out a little
I
bit.
also want to go to Chicago. I was thinking of going. I was there last June, but I was thinking of going back soon too. I really love Chicago.
Well, have you visited like?
I went to Springfield once, like a long time ago, and then I went to Chicago last June for just that like week, and I really liked it.
My dad calls Springfield Spring Patch because
It's
there's
horrible.
nothing there at all. So we should take you to the city. My Nana lives in the city, and
She lives in a really fantastic area.
she lives in the South Loop, which is kind of near the stadium where the Bears play and the lake and all of that. So I don't live in the city. I live 15 minutes out in a suburb called Oak Park. So it's been really interesting growing up between like a city and a suburban life.
Is that north or south?
It's west.
It's west. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like
I live in Hyde Park. Is that where my friends live? Hyde Park?
Yeah.
Hyde Park's in the city.
Yeah.
Was it?
So
Like,
yeah. So his Nana, Jerry, lives in the South Loop. So near Rush Street, near
I know where that is. Yeah,
the
yeah.
Michigan
like
River.
state in like Michigan Avenue.
Mhm.
That situation.
It's
Mhm.
fancy.
Mhm.
Nana worked for what she got, and no, for sure, it's really cool.
Yeah.
To go out there and be a city/suburban kid. Although people would argue that it's like you're suburban if you're from a suburb. There's no,
Do you feel like that living in Lancaster? I feel like it's a thing. If you don't live like in central LA, then they say you're not in LA. But
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
Los Angeles County.
It's
Like we're
weird.
still in Lake County.
Yeah, especially since it's like all desert out here. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So Ryan,
Yeah.
and Brooke,
No,
so do we want to go to LA or do we want to go to Chicago?
I
Let's
think you
let
guys should go
somebody decide.
to Chicago.
You should come to LA. I'm on the LA team. Come on.
LA. Something controversial.
Okay, so we can
What's
do
the
both.
better
Like for a
city?
weekend, like a 3-day
Yeah.
week, like 4th of July,
Yeah,
4th of July.
because it's a 3-day weekend, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Mhm.
Friday.
No, yeah. I don't
That's
know if
nice.
we'll actually realistically be able to make it out anytime soon, but I do truly, in the next 4 years, like throughout college, would like to go out to LA. It's just so I have to get ready for moving to a different freaking country, and I'm like kind of losing it. It's like you
Are
have
you
to.
scared?
I wouldn't say that I'm scared. I'm just like anxious and like getting my healthcare set up, making sure I
Yeah.
have like the right foundation to go. Just preparing myself mentally. I've never been away from home, and
Yeah.
what's going on, and I'm making this really big jump. So I guess I just want to soak up Chicago for as long as I have until I don't have even America anymore. But that's good. So that's fine.
Okay, then we will go to Chicago. You can fly us to Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe one day, for sure.
No, I
No, him.
you- yeah,
He's
she's
gonna
talking
fly
to
us
me.
to Chicago. Me and
So
Sundry.
Yes.
when are you available, Ryan?
When am I available? Like this summer?
Yeah.
I would say I'm not. I'm like
He said he's booked and busy.
I'm booked, and
He
not
said he's not
important.
available.
No, I'm working. I'm trying to get my money up
You're so
before I
fucking
go. I'm working at this cute little boutique. It's cute. I'm doing retail, so I'm just kind of working the entire summer, and yeah, I'm already kind of like scheduled off
Okay.
until I leave until August. So yeah,
no. You're just basically saying no.
yeah, no, but no, not, I wish I could, but I just really can't. But you know, there are years and years left, and we'll make it happen. We will.
I don't have that many years left.
Oh, don't be negative. You're that old. Although it's
Yes, I
weird,
am.
like my dad's, sorry to put him out here like that, but he's turning 60 soon.
He's my older cousin. Yes.
That's crazy.
You. Mm-mm.
Shut up, bro.
But he looks good. We have
who?
good genes.
Who, me? I look good.
You look good for sure, but
He was talking about his dad. He was not talking about
my
you.
dad, but
He was
look
not
great
talking
too.
about you.
What'd you say? All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna let. I thought it was my Wi-Fi, but your energy is low. You borrowed time.
Who said that?
Sundry.
Is it my dad?
Yes, he hates me. I don't know why. He told me my energy's low and I'm on borrowed time.
Wow.
So I think he's referring to you, like I'm keeping you longer than I'm supposed to. He's such a jerk.
Wait, so
You
Sundry,
guys need to be on our text string. Okay. So Sundry, I will let you go.
Well,
Your
can we
dad is-
exchange social handles before? I'm
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Wait, were you gonna ask me a question, Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah, when are you leaving? Like officially to
Honestly, I don't know. I'm really hoping that maybe they'll have another opening by August, but I have to see because I start school in August, so it's yeah.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Oh wait, you're going into your senior year.
Senior year.
Where do you think you want to go for college?
I don't know. There's a part of me that really wants to go somewhere and like maybe out of state, out of country, who knows? But then there's also a part that definitely wants to stay in California, where my family is. So I'm really still kind of debating that. My plan is to apply to like a bunch of different places. So I'm keeping a very open mind for that.
That's great. Well,
Yeah.
if you have any questions throughout the
Yeah, of
process,
course.
please reach out to me. I would love to help out.
Yeah.
Your dad keeps continuously texting me, Sundry.
Just ignore them. Just ignore them.
He's like, no, it's your age. It's like, what are you talking about?
I can hear him listening to it upstairs.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's upstairs? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear him. I can hear it like upstairs.
So your dad
Mm.
Next
your
time we should
dad-
do the dads and then us.
we're gonna do it. Yeah,
sixth.
we're gonna do it on the 21st. I think
Yeah.
me and
That would be funny.
Bill and CJ are gonna do it because CJ's never met Bill Scott, and then and I just fucking love your dad. I mean,
I'm gonna produce it so like the time flows better. So don't worry.
no, because so I'm not feeling my best today. I'm not. And Ryan, you're a jerk too, because I can see you like covering your mouth, like, oh yes, go,
Those are
Brooke,
just
go.
my mannerisms. No.
You doing what? What was that?
Me?
Yeah.
I was just like, they're like my dramatic mannerisms that I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Are you putting your mirrors up?
I'm
Is that
putting
what you said?
No, my
No.
mannerisms.
Oh,
Mannerisms.
okay. Anyway,
Who's with the
so
headphones, by the way?
what?
Can you hear us in the headphones?
I can, but I'm really freaking tired. I'm low energy today, like CJ said, and
I'm gonna send you some Celsius.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just like,
Well, I hope we lifted your spirits at
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
yeah, you guys did. You guys did 100%, and it does not help that your dad keeps texting me and telling me how awful of a person I am.
I have a feeling he's be a very cool guest.
Yeah,
Guest
it's always
star.
entertaining.
Who, CJ?
Yeah.
He is an interesting individual. An interesting individual.
Got it.
How would you describe your dad?
That's a hard one. He jokes a lot, like a lot. He definitely is very interesting. But I love him, so
Oh,
yeah.
you should come down and say hi through your screen.
I know.
Yeah, come on, CJ.
If you're
can
watching,
come
come down.
Yeah, cause come on.
Have a little cameo. Come on.
A little cameo never hurts, for sure.
CJ, come on. You're going to take her up anyway and get her off the program, so might as well show your face
Not the
and then introduce yourself to Brooke and Ryan.
Yeah.
And what time are you leaving? Is he there?
I don't know. Oh yeah, he's here.
Hello.
God, you're ugly.
Coming soon.
What?
I'm surprised you can even see, let alone hear anything. I mean, I'm telling you, I thought it was my Wi-Fi that was slow. It's really the words coming out of your mouth that's the problem. All right, love you guys. Love you, cousins.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Oh,
meet
there's
you.
more?
Is
I
he
don't want any
leaving?
more airtime? Because
No, we're
you've
done.
done
We're
quite a
wrapping up.
bit already.
Shut up.
These poor kids have had any time to talk to themselves other than you trying to get the word out of hello.
That is accurate. That is fact.
Thank you. I appreciate the support.
That's what I mean, Sundry. He's rude. He's mean to me all the time. You're trying to get the words out. All right. So I'm going to wrap it all up.
All right.
What are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts for me.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you too. You guys are beautiful. You guys are just I get a vibe from people and fam. So very nice to meet you. And I hope we can maybe have some more conversations in the near future for sure. And much more in depth. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same.
Brooke?
I think same. It was really nice to meet you guys and nice to see that you guys are off doing really cool things. I'm really impressed by you guys. I was not doing cool things like that at your guys' age. So I'm really impressed and proud of you guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sundry?
I
Final
want to
thoughts?
say that I'm so happy that I did this because I feel I've always felt kind of away from my Scott side of the family. So I'm really, really happy that I did this. I love meeting you guys and I love talking to you. And I hope that we continue to talk and we can come on here again, hopefully, and talk.
Yeah, for
So, yeah,
sure.
I had a great time. I really did.
Oh,
Your dad is continuously
Just ignore
texting
it.
me.
Just ignore it.
Like, why is he doing this? And then he popped in and popped out. Talking about it's your age. Shut up. Do you guys want to exchange?
Oh, I already followed Brooke on Instagram, but I can't get Sundry's. Do you have Instagram?
Yeah, I put it in the thing. Here, let me
Okay.
follow you.
Putting in
Oh.
right now. I have it. Awesome.
All right. Shimmy Scott. Is that you, Sundry?
That's my sister.
Oh, okay. All right. I love everybody here.
Thank you for having us.
And I appreciate the fact that ZZZ to Bill.
The people have spoken.
What if the children are our future? Okay. All right. I love everyone and good night.
Bye, guys. Have
Bye,
a
guys.
good day.
Nice to meet you.
How did you follow Brooke? Oh,
What?
bye, Brooke.
Bye.
How did he follow you?